All right. In every anime that you watch, usually the very first episode is the hook episode, right? So it kind of needs to be one of the best episodes of the season. So a lot of animes, it could be hit or miss on that very first episode, but for Hell's Paradise in particular, there are certain episodes that you could wait for payoff. So that is with a lot of other animes too. So Demon Slayer, for me, it was episode like 19, 20, 18, 19, 20, around there. Jujutsu Kaisen, the same thing, around 18, 19, 20. There's a lot of, especially shonen animes. If you just watch long enough, you'll eventually get the payoff. But there are other animes where, let's say Goblin Slayer season 1 episode 1, where that first episode was literally the best episode of the entire season. But that's very important though, right? You got to start off strong. You got to start off with a good hook. So Hell's Paradise, when it started off, it was basically, to me, it was average to above average anime. So for me, what episode was it? And for you guys, what episode was it where it kind of clicked for you? So for me, episode 8 was that. And that was the episode with Tenza and his master Shion. So this was an incredible episode because it explained a lot of their backstory. And, through 8 episodes, 7 episodes, they've been feeding us here and there about a bunch of other characters in general. They're just really introducing us a little bit about everyone. So it's kind of hard to decipher. Besides the first um, couple of main characters like Sagiri and Gabimaru, we kind of have a little bit of their motivations, but it's nothing too deep yet. It's just nothing too deep. A lot of these things take a lot of time to flesh out, but that episode 8 in particular, it was almost, I could say that it's a standalone episode because the storytelling, the emotional part of the whole thing and how it made you feel, it was a special episode, and that was the turning point for me in Hell's Paradise. So, you know, if you guys continue any further, obviously spoilers, spoilers, yeah. Um, but yeah, episode 8, you had this guy like Tenza, and he's just kind of like the stereotypical kind of boneheaded. Oh, I wouldn't say boneheaded. He's just very, very, he's trying to save everyone. Very, yippee yippee, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, he saved the other prisoner girl, that a dude that turned out to be a girl. I mean, you had this just incredible story. I mean, you guys have to watch it for yourself to see what I really mean. But I'm sure everyone that's watching this video will understand what I'm saying about that episode. But from all the previous episodes until that point, that to me was the masterpiece of the season. And then the next episode after that, I guess season 1 is what, 13 episodes, unless they're doing those weird things where it's like season 1 is split into 2 parts or whatever. But it doesn't matter. Episode 8, incredible masterpiece. You had a student, and then you had the master. Obviously, as a lot of good things are, when the story makes you feel for a certain character and you build all up into his motivations, into his entire character arc, and then like a Rengoku, he dies. He dies. And that just puts you on that emotional roller coaster. And so that's what I loved about the season. Not the fact that he died, but there was just so much that happened between the characters. There's so much that we bought into the characters. Before, it was just kind of like, hey, we understand what this trope is. We understand, okay, the blind master kind of trope, sensei trope. But, it's not very often you get to see the student literally die in front of the master, and then, later on he kind of has his revenge in a way, right? So, yeah, that's why there's spoiler warning, I guess. And then episode, what was it, 13? Or not 13, it was like 11. That is where there's a lot of questions that start off from episode 1, and then it just kind of jumps into the story and a lot of stuff just happens, so it's kind of hard to like bring yourself to feel any closeness to the characters. But in terms of a lot of things being explained, how the powers work in the show, episode 11 was very, very important. Not only to kind of see why all these like all the Tensen, why they're so powerful, all the elixir of life or whatever, why all that is, what are all the things that are filling in the gaps right there. But the other thing was Gabimaru's kind of his past, and that kind of ties into episode 13, which kind of gives us a good cliffhanger of how Gabimaru kind of loses his memories or whatever. It makes us question whether or not his motivations this entire time were actually real. I mean, it was really good how they put that together and how it kind of combined these episodes to kind of, you know, flesh these things out and to kind of like move you, sway you back and forth. That's what I love about certain shows. If they could push and pull you one way or the other to make you think, as long as they make you think in like 50-50 believe, hey, I could kind of buy into that. You know, yeah, so Gabimaru, his backstory in terms of his master, I've always questioned, okay, why would the head of the village, that's making Gabimaru being this emotionalist, shinobi, go out there and kill on my command, all of a sudden insert his daughter into Gabimaru's life in order to, make him weaker. That never made any sense. So the fact that the episode 11 basically, you know, fleshed out why it's possibly why he gave his daughter to Gabimaru was in order to that yin and yang thing. So in episode, I think like 3 or 4, when they went through Sagiri's kind of emotional like yin and yang kind of what you call it, it's the what am I thinking, Sagiri, where she has like this contradiction within her. So that's the same kind of thing with the yin and yang. There's a contradiction within Gabimaru between being emotionalist, you know, kill anyone on command, to, I have feelings, I'm caring for other people. Episode 11 kind of helped bring that together. And then, it feels like, okay, you're on this character arc in this explanation where it all kind of makes sense. But episode 13 was, I think, a very good cliffhanger in ending to the first season, or first part of the first season, or whatever they want to call it, because it makes you now, 2 episodes later, question all of that. It was Gabimaru's whole. We basically got gaslit, man. We basically got gaslit. That is how it freaking basically ended. But Hell's Paradise, to me, the very beginning, average to above average, and all the way till episode 8 is where that was the episode that hooked me in. I'm like, wow, the way that they told the story, the way that they constructed the episode was amazing. And now we're getting to the episodes where they're explaining a lot more detail, a lot more context to kind of get yourself immersed in the story, and then you finally get to really understand Gabimaru's situation more than just, I'm trying to just fight for my wife or whatever, right? So I loved all that. I loved that Shion, he got to come in out of nowhere and start fighting one of the Tensen and help like defeat that Tensen character or whatever. But yeah, guys, let me know what you guys think about Hell's Paradise. It's been a week now since it's been out, so I'm trying to get this video up. But yeah, just let me know what you guys think about it. It's one of the better animes, I think, of 2023. Not the best, but definitely nowhere near the average that I thought where it started out. And of course, man, on my anime figure channel, you guys probably heard me talk about like some of the anime figures I definitely want to grab. One of the Kotobuki RFXJ figures. So yeah, do me a favor, guys. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you guys haven't already. Check out my blog, otakusen.com. Your boy collects a lot of cards now. I collect a lot of White Shorts cards. I collect, I'm starting to expand a little bit into other Bushiroad products like Rebirth for You and stuff like that. And of course, I still collect anime figures. So check out my blog, check out my other anime channel, and I appreciate you guys watching. I'll see you guys on the next video.